Okay. Comfortable dog? Check. Dinner skinner for Frank. I'm fixing to grind the bevels on it. I'm going to use 1/8" pins on this. Glenn's satin finish Cato. Jeff's satin finish Cato. And 454's super high shiny polish Texas Rumble. I'm going to get these all processed as far as holes drilled and maybe handles picked out and pins cut. And then I'm going to start working on them one at a time. And Frank's here, I'll finish up first. Glenn's been waiting the longest. And then Jeff, and then 454. This is going to take a long time to get that shiny. So, and you said you're not in a hurry. So, that's my plan. And today I plan on getting all the holes. I got to mark my holes. I got to mark my centers in each of the, like this. I got, I guess you call it layout work. I got layout work to do on these, and then I got the holes to drill. And I will get the bevels ground on this today. And I may go ahead and start on, grinding bevels. I'm not going to be in a hurry. I had to go to the post office today and mail some wood off that I'm going to have stabilized. And that's probably the last of the wood that I'll send out to have stabilized. I think I will start stabilizing my own. I got to sell a few more knives before I can do that. And I'm also thinking about buying an electric knife sharpener. It's a Wen. It's sort of like a Tormek, Tormek. It's not a Tormek. It's a Chinese knockoff of a Tormek. It's made by Wen. Grizzly makes one, and there's a couple other companies that make them. They're all similar, and they're all probably the same lower level of quality compared to the Tormek. But the Edge Pro sharpening system that I have, that was given to me by Nick Brown. It's a great system, but it is definitely not meant for commercial type work, because I go through to the Tourist low grade stones. I'm on my third set, and I've only sharpened a few knives, probably 6 or 7 knives on it. And I don't think that sharpening system was designed. It was designed to sharpen knives, but it's not designed to put an edge on knives that have never had an edge. I mean, you have to set the profile, which takes a lot of the low grade, the lowest grit stone. I think it's 180. And it takes a whole lot of rubbing on a hardened knife to set that initial bevel. And the second grade, which is 220, that wears out almost as fast as the 180, because you're still fine tuning the bevel of the edge. And then I actually haven't replaced the higher grits yet, although I have them. I went ahead and ordered them, expecting to have to replace them, and I haven't had to. But my point is, when I sell these knives, I'm either going to buy a wood stabilizing unit or I'm going to buy the knife sharpener. I haven't decided which I need more quickly. I have a lot of hardwood here, walnut and other hardwoods that don't have to be stabilized, that I could probably continue making knives with that. Plus the wood that I am sending out to have stabilized, that's probably going to make me 6 or 7 knives. No, 8 knives, because I have 16 pieces that I'm sending out. So I'll be able to make 8 knives out of that. I'm kind of leaning towards the knife sharpener now and the stabilizing unit after I sell another batch of knives. If I sell, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I'm fortunate that there's people on my YouTube channel that want knives, and eventually I'm going to run out of people. I know this. I'm going to run out of people that want knives through my YouTube channel, and I'll have to find another means of selling my knives in order for me to continue making them. But right now, I'm really fortunate that there are people that want them that are, you know, through my YouTube channel. So it's been somewhat easy to sell these simply because I have a YouTube channel. I don't know what I'm going to do when everybody who has a knife, who wants a knife, has one. So I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But I'm not spending money that I'm not making by selling these knives. So even if I never sell another knife, at least I have equipment that when I die, my wife can sell. You know what I mean? And anyway, back to work. Okay, I have not ground any more bevels. I've got Redneck Franks done up to the point where I need to know whether you want satin or stone washed. This is cherry burl. It's going to be beautiful. Here, let me. That's what it'll look like. But of course, it'll be shiny. I got mosaic pins, 1/8" mosaic pins. For Jeff, I've got cherry burl, stabilized wood. It's going to be beautiful. That'll be cut out. We've already talked about that's a Honduran rosewood burl for Glenn. But it's 4 o'clock, and I can't do any more. I could start on bevels, but it's too late in the afternoon to get started because you need all day basically to do bevels, because if you feel rushed, you're going to mess them up. So anyway, boy, the spacing came out perfect. Spacing, the how equal that the plunge lines are on either side. Here, let me do it this way. There we go. Out of the light. Anyway, I'm getting with every knife I get just a little bit better at doing something, and my plunge lines are getting better and better. This is a full grind because it's such a short knife this way that it just looks better with a full grind than a partial grind down here. Or what do they call that? Scandi grind or something like that. I'm not familiar with the grind terminology. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going in. So, Redneck Frank, if you can get a hold of me, I had your email. I sent you an email, and I didn't get an answer. So maybe you check YouTube more often than your email. I know your work. So tell me whether you want this stone washed or satin finish. And that's what the wood is going to look like. Tomorrow, depending on the weather, I may not be working on knives at all. I may have to get out here and start cutting more limbs up and throwing them on the fire.